Okay, good afternoon. Today we are conducting an interview with Ms. Loftus. Ms. Loftus is by far the most intelligent and experienced teacher we have in our building with regards to technology. Uh, Once the interview begins, then you'll be more familiar with who she is and what she does and how she uses this incredible technology to uh, advance the academic progression of our children. Mrs. Loftus, thank you for taking the time out to conduct this interview with me, and I'll get right to it, okay?
Sure.
Okay, what is your position and how long have you been in your position?
Right now I'm teaching 4th grade math. I've been at Edgewood for 8 years. This is my first year teaching just math, and I'm enjoying just math this year.
Excellent, excellent. In your position, what are your major duties or responsibilities?
Basically, I'm here to increase student achievement. I do that through a bunch of different things. Analyzing student data, creating active lesson plans, meeting the needs of different learning abilities, basically to get students to achieve well.
Outstanding. Describe the kinds of technology that you use during instruction prior to the Smartboard.
When I first got here 8 years ago, we had an overhead projector in the room, and besides that and calculators, that was it.
I'm sorry for giggling. Because I was here 8 years ago, and I do remember those times as well. Describe your initial reaction to your introduction to the Smartboard technology.
I couldn't believe it. It's something I've never seen anything like it. The way that it can, it's so interactive. The kids can really think of learning almost as like a video game. It meets their needs. It's the noises that it can make, the colors it can make, even something simple like going from a chalkboard to a board where at the click of a button I can change the background to any different color, and just something so simple as that can just keep their attention better.
Outstanding.
And it just goes on from there, from the board to all the other gadgets that come with the board, the active expressions, the active votes that we have, and the active slate. Just keeps going on and on.
Wow, that's some impressive technology. Had you ever been exposed to this technology before it was put into your classroom?
Never. No.
Okay. How long have you been using the Smartboard technology?
It's been about 6 years now.
Okay, describe the impact that the Smartboard has had on your ability to plan, prepare, and implement your lessons.
I think my options of teaching have just increased greatly. No longer is it just coming from a textbook or a worksheet, but I've got endless internet sites that I can pull up. I've got interactive games that the kids can play right on there. It basically has opened up a whole new world of PowerPoints, flip charts, just being able to pull in so much more to my lessons.
Excellent, excellent. Describe the impact that the Smartboard has had on the academic achievements of your students.
I don't have raw data, but I can definitely say that when I use the board, I get their attention, I get their focus, and I think the results are a direct impact from that. It can only help.
Gotcha. Excellent, excellent. What measures have you used or observed to evaluate the effectiveness of the Smartboard technology? I noticed that you said something about they have instant counters and things of that nature.
Yeah, we have, so there's these things called active votes, and basically what it is I can put questions on the board, and each kid gets, there's two different types. We have active votes or active expressions. And if it's a multiple choice question, each kid can have one of these at their seat and type in A, B, C, or D, and in the click of a button I could see a bar graph of who put in what, who got it wrong, who got it right, and then we could do 10 questions and I can get a grade instantly. So not only am I able to give automatic feedback, I'm able to pull instant groups and really see who gets it, who doesn't, rather than taking 3 days to grade a paper and then wasting 3 days of time when I could be helping them. It's better all around.
I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Describe the attitudes and feedback that you have observed and received from the students who have used the technology.
They love it. We actually use this almost as an incentive because it takes a little while to get them out, get them registered, passed out. But if I say, give me 2 hours of a perfect morning and we'll use them, they are sitting up, their chairs are pushed in, their backs are against the chairs. They love it, they'll work for it, so it works.
Okay, final question, and then just any kind of reflection or any kind of feedback that you'd like to give. Describe your attitude and feedback that you have regarding the Smartboard, and what, if any, suggestions you would have for Ms. Silas to improve the usefulness of the technology.
It took a while at the beginning to figure everything out, but because I knew that there would be such great benefits, I invested the time. I don't think everybody in the building invests that time to figure it out, to download flip charts, to learn how to use these things with a million buttons. So I think if she could give some professional development time focused just on the boards, where people were forced to spend the 5 hours that they might not spend over the summer learning how to use the stuff. Because if you don't know how to properly use it, then it just serves as, I don't know, a $10,000 chalkboard.
I hear you.
So the PD behind it is really important.
Excellent, excellent. Is there anything that you would like to add, subtract, multiply, or divide with regards to this interview? And once again, I would like to thank you for your time.
Sure. I don't know if you know much about these things, but so there's a couple of things that I found really beneficial in my room. The Active Slate is basically a portable chalkboard where I can hook it up to this board. So I can go in the back of the room and stand next to the kid who cannot focus. And as I write on my board here, it appears on the board up front.
Wow.
So I can walk around the room. No longer are teachers stuck with their backs to the kids because they can write right on here and it projects onto their main screen, which has been really cool and helpful. And when I said it opens up a world of endless possibilities, no matter what skill I am in, I Google it, whether it's fractions or decimals, whatever. I Google it and I put in game, rap, or song after it, and I have 100 games, a billion songs. It brings me to YouTube a lot. Here's one on equivalent fractions.
Want to show what you need to know about fractions. What is the fraction of the total number of fish that are red? Let's start by counting the total number of fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch the whole thing, but basically hearing a voice that's different from mine.
Absolutely.
And seeing animation and colors and cartoons, even if they're cheesy, they love it. Here's an example of a game we did for prefixes. The kids don't want to sit there and learn 20 prefixes, but for some reason if you put it on a board and make it electronic flashcards, pre means before, and go through it like this, below means sub, they learn it in a week just because they make it a competition and it just becomes alive. When I taught reading, they have all these storybooks online where you can not be stuck listening to me. And not only do they show the book, but it also has the words along the bottom so the kids can read along with it.
How Mona Lisa got her smile. By Anne
This was just one of the stories that I remember as being really good.
Mona Lisa's lovely smile.
So you can see it highlights the words as it goes over it so they can follow it along.
An ugly frown that everyone abhorred.
And then the last thing, this was just an example of YouTube and finding songs. So basically in summary, The Smartboard makes the classroom come alive. It's no longer a boring old lady in a textbook. It's all this other stuff going on. So with video games and everything else that the kids are playing with, it's more on their level and on their line. So I think they'll find more success as it's being used.
Once again, Mrs. Loftus, I want to thank you for your time and attention in this matter, and I can't thank you enough for helping me with my school project.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks again.